Are you exhausted tonight? But your body still won't quite settle. Then let me take the pace down for you tonight. Shh. You don't need to make yourself relaxed. Just let these movements become slower than whatever your body is still doing. Shh. Stay exactly as you are, my lovely. I'll keep bringing everything lower, quieter, and a little heavier. Let me set the pace. Let me set the pace for you. You don't have to settle yourself tonight. And that's the first thing I want you to know. You don't have to lie there trying to become relaxed. You don't need to keep checking whether your shoulders have dropped, checking whether your breathing has changed or whether your body is doing what you think it should be doing. None of that tonight. I'm going to keep the slower pace for you. Shh. And you can simply notice it. Not copy it, not work at it, just notice. And again, a little slower. Sometimes the mind is ready to stop, but the body seems to have missed a message. You are tired. You know you are tired, and yet something inside you still seems to be moving, still a little restless, still a little busy, still not quite ready to become heavy. Shh. So we won't fight that tonight. We will simply give your body something slower to be around, something quieter, something that isn't asking anything from you. That's all. This is a slower place for your body to arrive in its own time. Clearing the edges, the outer edges. I'm starting around the edges now, not because anything is wrong, no, I just want to take away some of that busy feeling around you. There. Moving it away. Nothing dramatic, just taking away a little unnecessary movement. A little bit of the leftover hurry. A little bit of the physical restlessness. That sense that your body ought to be doing something, even though there is nothing left for it to do. We can take that away, 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 and you might notice. I'm not asking you where you feel it. You don't have to find it. You don't have to name it. You don't have to decide whether it's tension, restlessness, energy, or simply the remains of a long day. We don't need an explanation. We can work with what is here without analysing it. There. Another. And another. Let everything around you become less busy, less crowded, less active. I'm going to make the movements just a little larger now and a little slower. There we are. And this side too. Nothing you need to follow. Nothing you need to get right. Just let your eyes rest wherever they naturally want to. And if they want to close, they can close. I'll still be here. Just taking the pace a little lower now. Just taking the pace a little lower now. Lower, lower, lower. I'm not going to stop taking things away and begin bringing everything lower. Slow downwards, slow press downwards, lower, 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 and again. There's a difference between forcing yourself to relax and simply spending time with something that is already slow. Tonight we're doing the second one. The second one. Shh. Shh. I'm not asking your body to change. I'm giving it permission. Permission, 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 permission. Not to keep up with anything. There's no pace to match here. There's no conversation to keep up with. No clock you need to beat. No one waiting for you to respond, to respond, to respond. Shh. You can become very ordinary now. Very quiet. Very unimportant. In the nicest possible way. You don't have to hold the room together, and you don't have to stay alert for what happens next. Shh. I'll keep doing this, and you can do less. A little less, and a little less again. A little less, a little less, and a little less. I'm going to leave slightly longer spaces between my words now. You don't need to fill them. You don't need to fill the space between words. That quiet space is part of your treatment. Part of the treatment. Downward slips. And another. Downward slips. Part of your treatment. Good. Nothing needs speeding up. This beautiful amethyst spear. You can feel the energies from it. I've brought something rather lovely into our session tonight. This beautiful amethyst sphere and its holder were very kindly gifted to me by Otter Spirit. And just so you know, I do have a link for Otter Spirit, which I'll put quietly in the description below. So beautiful. It's a beautiful crystal. And tonight I wanted to use this sphere with you. I wanted to use this rather than show it to you, because it gives us something very simple, very steady and very still to bring the Reiki work around. You don't need to believe that the crystal has to do anything particular. You can simply let it be a quiet visual focus inside our Reiki session. And there's one other little thing that I wanted to tell you about Otter Spirit, because I thought it was rather lovely. They've based in Monterey Bay, home to California's wild sea otters, and they say that they donate $1 from every bracelet sold. This is to help protect sea otters and support conservation organisations, including the California Coastline Alliance and Monterey Bay Aquarium. I thought that was a lovely part of their story. You can click on the link for discount and entering the code. Now we'll let the talking stop and simply bring this beautiful sphere into our quiet treatment. Shh. Shh. Nothing needs to become. Nothing needs to interrupt your rest. We're simply going to use it as part of this slow grounding Reiki work. And we'll keep bringing everything lower. Such a beautiful sphere. Shh. I'm going to begin around the sphere very slowly, and then bring the movements downwards, downwards, downwards. Again, around and down. Around and down. You can let this become calming for you tonight, because nothing new is being asked of you. You've already seen the movement. You know where it is going. Up and down. There are no surprises here. And down. Nothing is suddenly going to get louder, louder, louder. Nothing is going to speed up. Nothing is waiting around the corner. Everything is travelling in one direction now. Quiet. I'm bringing the sphere a little lower in the frame, and as I do, you can let your attention come down with it, if that feels comfortable. Not because you need to concentrate, just because down is where we're going. Down, down from effort, down from alertness, down from that little physical the one that sometimes remains even when you are exhausted. You don't have to turn it off. We're simply giving it less and less to respond to. Slow down, quiet, lower, steady, 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 steady. Very good. Let the body become heavier, heavier, heavier. Shh. Now, I want you to change the feeling of the movements. Not just slow, a little heavier. There, not pushing you, just giving the air around you a little more weight, a little more heaviness. You don't need to hold yourself up. For me, you don't need to look awake. You don't need to stay engaged. If your face is beginning to soften, let it. If your eyes keep closing, let them. And if you stopped listening to every word, even better. Shh. I don't need your attention. I'm here to help you. Give it away. Giving it away. Just for a little while. You can stop holding yourself ready. Ready for the next sound. Ready for the next thought. Ready for the next thing. There's no next thing. You need to catch. Let gravity do some of the work now. You don't need to help it. You can feel supported by whatever is underneath you. The bed, the pillow, the chair, wherever you happen to be resting. You don't have to become heavier because I say so, but you're allowed to stop resisting heaviness. If it starts to arrive, pause. That is enough. I'm going to make everything very predictable now. One movement. Second movement. You don't need novelty tonight. Your body has probably had enough novelty, enough little interruptions, enough things changing, enough small demands on your attention. So we're going to make this almost boring in the best possible way. Nothing new, nothing urgent, nothing to work out, nothing to prepare for, just the same quiet rhythm again and again, until even noticing it starts to feel unnecessary. You can stop following me whenever you like. I'll carry on. You don't have to stay with me. I'll stay with you. Shh. 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 Now, I'm going to make the movement smaller. Small downward pass, because we don't need as much anymore. Smaller and smaller and slower, smaller and slower and slower. There. Your body doesn't need a performance from me. It just needs somewhere calm enough that it can stop responding. Very slow, small sweeps there. So I'm going to give you less movement, less voice, less information. Less to notice, less to do. You can let the sphere release its energy to you. Shh. Let it rest your mind. Let it calm you. There's something lovely about not needing to keep a treatment busy. We don't have to keep adding. Sometimes the kindest thing is to stop adding. So we'll leave more space. Shh. You might barely be looking now. And that's all right. You don't need the movements anymore. My voice can become quiet. My voice is quiet. You have done enough today. Enough today. And I don't mean that as a reward. You don't have to earn this rest. I simply mean there is nothing more required of you. Not in this moment. Your body can stop trying to become settled. Because even trying to settle is still trying. Shh. So no more trying, no more checking, no more wondering whether it's working. Shh. You're just here. And I'm just here. And that is plenty. Shh. I'll take care of the quiet. You can take care of nothing. Nothing at all. I'm going to speak less and less now. And you don't need to stay awake for the end. There isn't anything important coming. Nothing you need to remember. Nothing you need to take with you. You can just drift. Let the room become unimportant. Let the screen become unimportant. Let my words become unimportant. You don't have to know. The moment you fall asleep. You never do. Sleep doesn't need an announcement. Shh. It can just quietly take over. And I'll keep the pace slow while you go. Slow while you go. And tomorrow, not now, tomorrow, if your body felt a little softer by the end, you can leave me a little heart. Maybe share with your friends and subscribe. Get them to subscribe. So good night, my lovely. Sleep gently. I'll be here again on Friday for your weekly free distant Reiki session. When will give you somewhere quiet to put down some of what you've been carrying emotionally. And I'll see you again on Monday, when we will turn our attention back to the busy mind and give it something slower to follow. And next Wednesday, we'll come back to the body again for another quiet body session together. You don't need to remember any of that tonight. We'll be here when you're ready. For now, nothing needs speeding up. Nothing needs holding together. And nothing needs your attention. Shh. Good night.